Angela Rayner's ambitious housing plan has come under fire, with critics branding it as both pointless and misleading. The Deputy Prime Minister, who also serves as Housing Secretary, recently confirmed Labour's push to build 1.5 million new homes. However, top Conservatives have voiced sharp concerns, warning that a significant majority of these homes may ultimately go to migrants, rather than addressing the housing needs of British citizens. Appearing on *ITV News this morning in a high-visibility jacket, Rayner sought to portray herself as committed and hands-on. Yet, as the conversation progressed, opposition leaders accused her of dodging the real issues. They claim the housing initiative is less about solving the country's housing crisis and more about Labour's broader political agenda. Shadowing her statements, critics accuse the Deputy Prime Minister of failing to outline clear, transparent criteria for housing allocation. They argue that Labour's plan fails to prioritise struggling British families and first-time buyers, sparking fears that the new housing project will do little to address the root causes of the crisis. The opposition went further, alleging that Labour has been less than forthright about the true motivations behind the housing blitz. Labour is quick to make big promises, but they can't seem to answer basic questions about who these homes are really for, one Conservative MP remarked. This feels like yet another case of virtue signalling rather than a genuine attempt to tackle Britain's housing issues. While Labour supporters have praised the plan as a much-needed response to a long-standing problem, critics insist that the policy could backfire, further alienating working-class voters who feel increasingly left behind. This controversy is not just about housing, it's about trust. As Labour continues to face mounting criticism, the question on everyone's mind is, are their policies truly aimed at improving lives, or is this another hollow political maneuver?
Well, it depends on the site. If it's within our golden rules that we expect more to be affordable, so depending on the size of the site.
You haven't set a national target.
Well, you can't have a national target on it because it depends on affordability and the viability of sites depending on how big they are.
There's a huge shortage of affordable homes at the moment. People say we need to build 90,000 a year, and you're not setting a target.
Well, first of all, we've put £5 billion next year and also $500 million for the Affordable Homes Programme. We've already allowed flexibility with that, so we get thousands more affordable homes on the market.
It's nowhere near enough for councils to build the number of affordable homes that the country needs, is it?
Well, we've made changes and put more funding in, and we also made sure that councils could keep their right to buy receipts in full so that they can increase their stock as well. So there's a number of measures we've taken which will mean we'll build the biggest amount of affordable and social housing for a generation. You can't put an exact figure on each site because it very much depends on the viability and the size of the site and what becomes available, but we're very clear that home ownership needs to be delivered for those that have just had that dream snatched away from them, and we're going to deliver that.
Shadow Housing Secretary Kevin Hollinrake wasted no time criticising Angela Rayner's remarks on immigration and housing over the weekend. In a fiery statement, he accused Labour of prioritising migrants over British citizens in their ambitious housing plan. Hollinrake stated, due to loosening restrictions on visa requirements, the majority of homes they deliver will be for people coming into this country rather than British citizens. The remarks have further fueled a heated debate around Labour's pledge to build 1.5 million homes. While the initiative is seen by some as a bold move to address the UK's housing crisis, critics argue that Labour's policies fail to put British families first. Defending the proposals, Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer hit back, emphasising the need to address the long-standing issue of housing shortages. Starmer stated, "For years we have had not enough houses being built. That means that individuals and families don't have the security that they want. We are determined to break through that, to do what's necessary. Of course, we want to get the balance right with nature and the environment. But if it comes to a human being wanting to have a house for them and their family, that has to be the top priority." This clash highlights a deeper divide in British politics over immigration and housing. While Labour is pushing for widespread reforms to meet the nation's housing demand, critics like Hollinrake argue that these plans risk alienating British voters by failing to prioritise their needs. With housing at the forefront of public concerns, this debate raises a critical question. Can Labour deliver on its promise to provide homes for British families while balancing immigration pressures and environmental priorities? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.